Hi, good morning. It's Aaron from PWG Auto again. Today we have a beautiful Golf 6 GTI, Golf 7 GTI, sorry, for service. We're going to do a 90,000k service on it with probably a DSG service also. So nothing special, but we'll show you the process, everything we do, how we do it, and what you get when you do a service with us. So let me show you. Beautiful black Golf 7 GTI. Belongs to a good customer of mine, Mr. Rian. He takes good care of this thing. He's very picky with it. Doesn't even want us to wash it. So let's start the process. Normally when a car comes for service, we'll take it for a test drive first. We'll check how does everything feel on the road, any knocking noises. We check engine performance, if it's good. We make sure there's no brake shudders, no wheel bearing noises, you know, anything that we can identify with a road test that might be wrong. Alright, so we're starting our road test. We just take it for a nice easy drive, make sure all the gear shift nicely. Engine sounds good, gearbox sounds good, there's no wheel bearing noises. We snake around a bit, test the brakes, make sure there's no brake shudders, wobbles, because if you don't do a road test before the time, it's very hard to identify everything that is wrong with it if you just put it straight on the waist. So we'd like to check this thing thoroughly before it even goes into the shop, so that if there is something wrong, something clunking or brake shuddering or knocking, whatever, we kind of know what to look for. So this is the first and very important step of service. Alright, so after road test, it gets in the shop and this is the next step. I know this Golf's got a globe warning indicator. If something would be blown, you'd see it on the dash, no problem, but we still do like to just do a physical check and make sure that lights wise everything is still roadworthy. So we'll go ahead with that. Lights, brake lights, reverse, indicators, yeah, and then obviously number plate lights. Rear wiper. So if the wipers are worn, we're just gonna replace it, no big deal. Front wipers. Alright, that's nice. Alright, lights. Yeah. Yes. Alright, and that's all good. Then it goes on the lift, and then we're going to start doing the physical checks. Pollen filter is coming out. Let's see how nasty this thing looks. Yeah, not too bad. Wow, that's pretty rough. Anyways, fresh one going in. That's it. Alright, so this is the next step. Car is on the hoist and we open the bonnet and then we start checking stuff now. Like this car, this coolant bottle seems to be corroded. We'll probably go ahead and change that, maybe do coolant also. I did check the service history. Brake fluid service was done on a previous service, so that's good to go. I'm not even going to bother testing that. And then we just do, the GTI badge here that's extra is actually, he told me, a gift from his son that bought him this badge, and they decided that that's a good spot to put it. And it's quite a nice little touch, a little bit of personality. Then we just have a good overall check the condition of the V-belt, make sure that is good, We look at the coolant hoses, and just generally that everything sits in place. You know, the wiring harness is okay, nothing is out of place, nothing seems to be chafing. Don't see any obvious leaks or anything like that on top. So let's go ahead and waste the car up halfway, and then we'll do the rest of the checks. Alright, so we'll take a flashlight like this, look at the shocks, look at the brakes, see that the discs is nice. Brake pads on this one is probably around 50%, 60%, so not yet due. You can, on this particular car, clearly see the inside pad from outside, so I don't have to take the wheel off. Then we're going to check steering components for play, like this, nothing is going on. Up and down like this, nothing is going on this particular one. We're checking for play in the ball joints, control arm bushes, tie rod ends, steering rack ends, and the rack itself, shocks and so. On this one it looks good. We'll go ahead and do that on all four corners. This front wheel also, brake pad 60%, no obvious leaks, no play, so it's good. Let's go to a back wheel. It's going now. Brakes is also still brand new. You can clearly see the inside pad, lots of meat, no play in the wheel bearing, everything good. Everything is fine there. Okay, other back wheel. Also just check the brakes, check for play, look for any obvious damage. Everything is okay. And also, as you go around, we just check for obvious damage. The exhaust is sitting in place. Just general stuff, things that we can maybe fix. You know, so as the car is going up, we'll just start at the back. Look at the whole exhaust system. There was a bit of a plastic bag that melted there, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and check all the mountings, because this rubber does wear out and you don't want knocking. Exhaust system is good. We will just also take a good visual inspection, or do a good visual inspection of all the suspension components. Make sure everything is in place and looking good. You know, there's always small boots and stuff like that that you just inspect. Make sure all the brake lines, ABS wiring and stuff is sitting in the proper location, and that there's nothing broken or damaged. All good. These brake lines and stuff need to be inspected. Fuel lines and stuff be inspected everywhere. It's visible, just to make sure everything is okay. We look at things like the tie rod end boots, CV boots. Sorry. Also, braking system, brake lines. Check for cracks. And that obviously everything is just sitting in place as it should. Old CV boot is fine. Everything here looks good. Obviously also under check for obvious leaks, and so this particular car is bone dry and in good condition. I'm going to take a look at that fancy downpipe. A downpipe was built by My good friend Daniel from Boost Freaks, he did quite a nice job, I have to say. A little bit hard to see, but there we go. Well done, Daniel. Okay, from there we're going to take off the lower engine cover. Just going to do another inspection on all the hoses and stuff that is visible from the bottom, and we'll go ahead and start draining oil and start with the maintenance.
DSG auto, we did put them to the test. They came out top, they will make your mind pop. No problem can hide, they will corner from the side. WG auto, all the best to me. They DWG auto, we did put them to the test. They came out top, they will make your mind pop. No problem can hide, they will corner on the side.
Okay, so I had to stop that time lapse there just to show you what we found. On this GTI we did start stripping it, change the coolant bottle, looks a lot better, taking out the spark plugs, and then we did, unfortunately, this rubber boot was stuck so badly onto that spark plugs that two of them did break. Where are they? Where are the broken ones? Yeah, under the boot. Where's the boot that you pulled out? Anyway, these things were completely broken. They were just so stuck. So that is why it's important where this boot goes on that spark plugs to put the proper silicone grease in there to avoid this kind of thing. So unfortunately now 2 coils have to be bought if the boots don't come loose, and that is pretty expensive, but it has to be done. Then DSG oil filter is taken out. The engine oil filter was already changed. I think you should see it on the laps. While we wait for coils, we'll in the meantime put the plugs in and we'll start draining oil and carrying on under.
G-O-2, 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 G-O-2.
Alright, so I don't know if you could see on the time lapse, engine oil is drained. It's got this little plastic oil drain plug. Please, if you do this, replace the O-ring in there. Gearbox oil gets DSG oil drained there at the plug. Then inside there's a little tube that you have to take out to drain the oil fully. That tube gets put back. That tube also determines the oil level in the gearbox. So we're just pumping it in with a simple pump bottle. We put 6 liters in. The gearbox actually just takes over 5, but we put a full 6 liters and then we run it, put a diagnostic machine on. I'll show you a little later. At 35 degrees Celsius, then the excess oil gets drained off. Whatever is left above the tube, that is the oil level that is set, and then it gets closed up. It has to be between 35 and 40 degrees. If you go warmer than that, the oil will expand and it will overflow. You'll end up with too little oil in the gearbox. So this step is crucial to get it right. I will show you shortly with the diagnostic machine how we do it. So our gearbox is filled. We're now going to go ahead, after we drained engine oil and gearbox oil, and we did fill the gearbox oil from under, going to go ahead and put in the DSG filter now. Also, please put a new O-ring on if you do this with your new filter. Don't skip that process. And then also which way? Yeah, when the filter goes in, make sure there's a new O-ring. Just lube it a little bit with some oil before it goes in. And also decent oil. These engines need it. 5W30 liquid moly is one of the better ones. I prefer this. And then after this, we'll put it together. We're going to start it, and then I'll show you with the diagnostic machine how we're going to check the gearbox oil, how we're going to check timing chain condition, and also just a full scan, see if there's any other fault codes, and then also service indicator reset. We'll be back shortly with that. Okay, this one, it's got a nice BMC filter. I'm gonna wash this out and get some new filter oil on it. Nice filter that flows nicely, and obviously expensive to buy, but well worth it. Does work very well. Alright, so this filter is nicely washed and cleaned. Okay, and then oil filter spray, just to lightly coat this thing. Don't have to go crazy on it. Just a light coating, and it will soak into that fibers and catch the dust like a charm.
PWG Auto are the best at you. PWG Auto, we did put them to the test. They came out.
Okay, on the diagnostic machine, couple things we're gonna do. First, on this one, we'll just reset the service indicator and oil inspection and service. With the OTEL, it's pretty simple. It was as easy as that. Then I'm gonna go into the engine control module. Just gonna check for faults quickly. Let's see if there's something. Does have a fault. Invalid data received from vehicle dynamics control. I'm not too concerned about that. So I did go into live data on engine module, and we're just checking the timing chain condition. This one there for intake bank is sitting at minus 0.63, which is perfectly in spec, and on intake bank minus 3.6. Generally, when you see a value of 5, it's time to do timing chain. So this chain is still in good condition, and we will just leave it. Okay. Then we go into transmission module, because we did the DSG service. We just want to check the gearbox temperature, and then we'll idle it. I did have to scroll quite a bit to find the transmission fluid temperature. It's at 38 degrees. So we'll start it now, and we'll quickly get the gearbox up to temperature before it hits 40. So we got to move. Right, Tulasiswe is running it now through all the gears for us, holding it in a gear for a couple of seconds. As soon as done that, we're gonna jack it up and get that fluid up to temperature. Sorry, I meant we get the fluid at the correct level. So our temperature is still 38. Let's get it done. Whoa. Stay there. Ooh. take the thing out or pull this off, whatever. Just drain it out, turn it out. Okay. Yeah. So we're losing probably a half liter of oil or so. Yo. Alright, after that obviously did a full scan of the entire vehicle also and reset all the fault codes because the battery was disconnected. I just came back from test drive. We did set the tire pressure warning, and now that was that. The last thing to do with the car off the lift is the cabin filter to be replaced. Caesar is going to do that for us now. It's under the cubby. He's actually busy with it. And yeah, till next time, I hope this video was informative so that you can see what happens when we do a major service on a car. I'll do some other videos for other brands, other makes, just so you get a general idea. Until next time, keep well.